That's one of my favorite parts right there.
Yeah.
Alltheworldculture.com. RussiaCanSuckIt.com.
Jeez.
Yeah, come and get
An
me.
umpire and a vampire square off week after week, reviewing movies outside their own strike zone. This week's movie is the 2014 Draft Day and the 2007 Mr. Brooks, starring Kevin Costner, Demi Moore, Chadwick Boseman, Jennifer Garner, Dane Cook, Terry Crews, and Danielle Panabaker. Now, two guys who know the only way to find the answer is to sit inside the question. Tim Kretschmann and Jeff Miller.
You know what? I should get points just because you don't know where that reference is from.
I think you can
you give me a
stuff
point for
it.
that?
You can stuff it with your free points all
Should
the
I tell
time.
you where it's from?
I think it is some advice that was given in Draft Day. Why are people texting me?
Because they want to know if the show started yet.
Yeah, I
They
got
want to
it.
know
I forgot
what
to.
Jeff has got to say this week.
What's Jeff got to say?
The first thing I want to say is because I know it's on the pre-roll and people won't get that after Tim
deletes it.
Yeah. Okay, so this whole, if you put down an exclamation point and then title, you're going to find out what this show is about. I think that's completely wrong. I think it should be fixed to question mark title because you're saying title, not title.
Hey, I got an idea. Let's start the show.
No, wait. Before we start it.
Okay, I'm waiting over here. Everybody, I'm waiting.
Where did the open come from? Because I want to mention this.
Okay, it's, I believe, some advice that Kevin Costner's character gives in Draft Day.
That is wrong. It's from the movie Marry Me, which is a delightful film.
That's right. It is in there because that's what helps them with the mathletes.
Yes.
Do you know a famous mathlete?
Probably. I know you're setting me up for this. You.
No.
Your brother.
He's famous.
I'm not dumb.
Famous.
That's cool.
Famous. Okay.
But Marry Me is a good movie.
I enjoyed it.
It's not super chick flick. It's not super sappy. I think it's
fun.
It's a fun movie. I went into it thinking, but I watched it because of my wife.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is damn good. I'm like, shh, quiet. She started talking. I'm like, shut up. I want to listen to this.
Look at this. Look at this. Do you see this?
Lettered in math all 4 years.
He's proud of it.
You got a letter for... So you got the M-A-T-H.
Meg.
Yeah, I lettered in F.
Well, you get the M. You get the M. That's what I lettered in, too.
It was white, right? It was white. How do you letter in? It was because the sports one is red and the academic one is white.
I think it was red for me because I'm so athletic.
Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm going to wear my Letterman's jacket in here the next time that we have a show. It's not going to fit, but I'll wear it.
Hey, everybody.
All right, let's go.
The guy that's sitting next to me there, he's known as the Ump. He's Jeff Miller. He was once accused of being mediocre, and he hotly debated that. Now it's generally accepted that Jeff is definitely not mediocre. In fact, he's not normal in any way.
Great, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and this is Tim. He's the vamp. I don't have a whole lot to say. He loves horror movies. He hates sports movies.
Yep.
And that's why this show is so awesomely...
We get to torture each other.
Yeah,
it's
great.
a show about torture.
Yeah.
And I torture...
which is horror, torture.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And I
Mr.
tortured
Brooks.
Jeff with Mr. Brooks this week. And you gave me Draft Day.
Looks like the same.
Now... Let's do the Sesame Street song. One of these things is not like the other. Well, actually, they're all the same because they both have Kevin Costner in it this week. It's Kevin Costner week so this is going to be a Yellowstone episode or something.
Oh, snap!
What did you do this time?
Nothing. I want to watch Yellowstone. I still haven't gotten to watch it.
I watched 3 episodes so far.
Yeah.
I'm not into it yet.
I might
watch. But I'm 3 episodes in. I hated Game of Thrones 3 episodes in. It took a while to build up, steam.
Your mom put out there that it was going to be on straight through on, I think, Paramount Network.
Yeah, that's because my mother is binging it because she loves lots of violence and nudity in her.
So, and here's the thing. Is she in here yet?
I don't know.
So
I'll hear about it later.
Here's the thing, though. I saw her notification about that, so I'm like, went right over to the station. I was going to record them all. It was already in season 3. I'm like, nope, not going to waste my time. I'm not going to start in the middle.
No, you don't start in the middle.
Nope. Not unless that's an Oreo cookie.
Who's going first? Who's got first
I don't
up?
care. I'll go.
You'll go first?
No, I don't want to. Yeah, you go first. You go first.
I'll go first.
Draft day.
Drafty, baby. All right. Well, wait, I have to do this thing first. Where is it? There it is. If you want to reach me, it's Tim at otherworldlyculture.com. And I'm going to be talking about the super hot Kevin Costner film from Draft Day from 2014.
Think about it. That's 2014. That's almost 10 years ago.
It didn't feel like it was 10 years old at all.
I know. Can I just...
At all.
I know. You know what? The guy in this... I'll just say one thing and I'll let you get to your review. Just wait 1 second. Hold on. So the thing of it is...
Wait.
Hold on. The second main character in here, the guy who plays Vante, that Chadwick Boswick guy.
Yeah. He also dead.
Yeah. He made 42, the Jackie Robinson movie, before he made this one. And I thought that, because 42 came out before this. And I thought that I watched Draft Day way before 42. But apparently not. I don't know. It blew my mind when I saw that 42 came out before this. That's all I have to say.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know the secret. I have not seen 42. I have a feeling that might be in my future.
It might be.
Yeah. But now here's the interesting. I'm going to start right off with what I think is most interesting.
Yeah.
The director of this movie is Ivan Reitman. Ghostbusters. He did just like a lot of comedy. A ton of comedy. And his son, Jason Reitman, also does a lot of comedy. So this movie is a drama. There's some comedic elements. And you do get Dennis Leary showing off his ring every 5 minutes. That's hysterical.
That's weird.
I think it's hysterical.
It is, but...
I do. You know what? If I had one of those, I'd probably be showing it all the time, too. Or another finger. I don't know.
See?
Anyway, it's interesting in this way for me. It shows kind of the carnival atmosphere there is around Draft Day. In the last, 15 years this has become a thing? Because in the past, it was just kind of like backroom stuff.
Yes, it was.
Right?
Yep.
And now it's like a show.
Yep.
Now, I do need to ask you some questions as we go, Jeff, because as you know, I'm a huge sports fan, but I want to make sure that I have all my facts straight.
Before you ask this question,
yes,
to give you an example of how big of a show it is, when they do this in Las Vegas, what they're going to do is they're going to, do you know this?
No.
They're going to have, and this is, I'm not making this up, Tim, I'm just going to tell you.
Okay.
They're going to have a stage, you know where the Venetian has that water show?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They are going to have a stage out there.
Yeah.
For the first round, when that player is chosen, they're going to drive him out there on a boat.
Oh, with the Venetian canal and all that?
They may. But they take him out there on a boat, and he goes onto a stage with the fountain in the background. If that's not like over the top, I don't know what is.
I think you kind of have to do it.
I mean, it's Las Vegas, I get that, but now they got to try to top thing every year. I mean, that's going to be tough to top. Anyways,
I don't think so.
How do you top that?
How do you top that?
Put him on the moon?
Disney World.
Okay.
Go to Disney World.
And
the moon is probably about 10 years from now.
You think
that's going to happen?
Do you really think?
It's going to happen during my lifespan. Probably not yours, but my lifespan.
Tim.
Well, as you know, I'm already 312 years old. Okay,
you
anyway.
said 600 in the past. 600 and some. Get your story straight.
It's variable. It's variable.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Twilight.
Why is this thing still going on?
Don't you know how to silence your phone?
You know what? Apparently I don't.
Now, I can see me not being able to know how to do that, but you're Mr. Technology. You should have that down.
I thought I did last time. We'll see what happens.
All right,
the next
Gonzo.
time. Anyway.
All right. So, anyways, draft day
behind see, I can do whatever I want behind that poster. Nobody knows. All right.
All right. Ask me questions. Let's hit this.
Yeah. So, Seattle Seahawks.
Yep.
That's like a real team name?
Yeah. Oh, great. Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Russell Wilson plays for them, and he played for the Badgers.
Russell Wilson? No, Russell Wilson was in LA Confidential.
That's Russell.
Oh, Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
Russell
the one
Crowe.
who was in Gladiator.
Yeah, okay. I do have another question. Why is Jennifer Gardner so gosh darn adorable? She is so cute.
She is. I mean, Ben Affleck's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Oh, I don't think he did that on purpose. I think he's an idiot.
He's an idiot.
Why?
I mean, unless she's just a...
She's so cute.
Unless she's just a hell on wheels at home, you know.
She's completely distracting in this film.
She's awesome.
Okay. You're going to hate this, but probably one of my most favorite things about this movie, and I've heard some people hate this about the movie, but was that every time they're having these phone conversations, there's like big logos in the background so you know who the hell they're talking to. I needed that. Yeah. I had no clue who any of these people are. I'm like taking notes. You know?
I think they did that for people that...
here they show the Cleveland Browns in the background. I don't know who the Cleveland Browns are.
Yes, you do.
Who are they?
Shut up. They're a football team.
Do they play in Toledo?
Yeah, there you go. But no, I think it's cool. When they go to Seattle, you knew they were going to Seattle. I think it helped the average person enjoy this movie.
And me, as a production nerd, one of my favorite things is when they have the split screens.
Oh, yeah.
And they walk from one split screen to the other.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm like, that's so awesome. How did they do that? I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, they would need 2 green screens. And then they would just sitting there. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to be watching the movie, but I'm sitting there and I'm like diagramming it like a play. See, I know you diagram a play. Yeah. And they come in 3 acts. Anyway,
shut up.
What?
Wow.
So I did
Tennyson,
think about this. I did think about this. These phone calls. The entire movie is freaking phone calls.
Yeah.
There's very few conversations that happen in the same room. When they are, it's in the supply closet with Jennifer Gardner. What the hell is he doing talking in the supply closet with Jennifer Gardner? There are a lot better activities I can think of in the supply closet with Jennifer Gardner.
Not on draft day. On draft day, it's all business, man. It's all business.
So I'll pay. Anyway.
He already took care of that. She already had a bun in the oven.
So now, I don't talk about what I do for a living, but what I do is I write contracts and buy things.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
If I were ever to do any of the bullshit you see in this movie, or if anybody would get involved in a deal this convoluted and crazy and these types of negotiations, everyone would be fired. There is no way, but it's a fun little fantasy.
It is. It really
that you get to watch. It's a train wreck of a deal, and I loved every moment of it.
Yep. Yeah.
I do enjoy that they go to UW-Madison at one point, and they pick a guy that has the most quintessential Wisconsin
you can say it,
accent of all time. What is it? Chris Elliott? What's his name?
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott. He's so Texan, it's ridiculous. It's like, yes, from UW-Madison. I'm like, what? Then again, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, well, you know, the coaches aren't necessarily from where they are, but it would have been nice if he would have been drinking a milk. He should have been drinking a milk and wearing a cheese head, so that because they were doing things like that to help us know where they were. Like when they were in Cleveland, I was hoping at one point Kevin Costner would have his back to the river and it would just spontaneously combust in fire, so I would know I'm in Cleveland.
Oh my God.
For those of you that don't know, that happened in Cleveland. Look it up. Now, I have no idea what football is about.
Shut
I don't. I know there's like a game involved.
Yes, there is.
But it's like soccer because they call it football too. But I'm on this.
I'm getting you.
I'm on this, and they're picking the best pitcher that they can find. And
quarterback, player, yeah.
Right. What did you think I said? Anyway, I don't know much about football. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie.
It's a movie.
I did enjoy it. I think it's accessible to people that don't know anything about. Like, at one point, they discussed that Tom Brady went 199th in the draft.
Yep.
And even I know that's crazy.
It is.
That happened.
It is.
That's crazy.
Do you know that I saw his last collegiate game? I didn't even know I was watching his last collegiate game.
Oh, really?
I was live at the Orange Bowl, and I saw Michigan take on Alabama. It was pretty cool. All right.
Now, I did find...
You're like, who cares?
I found...
It's pretty cool, all right?
It is cool.
Now,
I'm glad that you did that.
Are you?
Sure. Because now you have this fascinating story.
Who are you looking at when you look over? You're not looking at
I'm just checking that I don't get hit by lightning when I say something like that.
When you're talking
wait.
When you're talking about the fact that you enjoyed the movie and you're not a big football guy,
Right.
Do you think it is because Ivan Reitman directed this? Do you think maybe he brought his comedic personality, he was able to not make it a comedy,
light,
but he made it lighter?
It was light. I could see where this would become diabolical.
Right,
and it wasn't diabolical. Yep. I also think the sweeps and kind of the over the top showiness of the style of the movie drew me in.
Good.
It drew me in. Now, I do have to say, I found this review, and I have to read this for you. It's perfectly pleasant for sport buffs and Costner fans, but overall, Draft Day lives down to its title by relying too heavily on the sort of by-the-numbers storytelling that only a statistician could love. Luckily, we have a statistician in the chat room.
That's right. What do you think of a triangle?
Check, yeah. But I don't agree with that at all. I actually wonder, you as a sports fan, were you annoyed because it's so unrealistic and goofy?
No, I was thoroughly entertained is what I was.
Okay.
I was thoroughly entertained.
Well,
I was.
I'm serious. I was watching it. I'm like, would a football fan actually like this, or would they go, this is so stupid?
So a movie that's too much for me is Moneyball. And now this is something your brother would love. That movie is all statistics. Now this player does well against right-handed batters on a Tuesday in May. And let's play
they
him
have Down
today.
syndrome.
And
they always, there's a checkbox when they take statistics if a particular player has Down syndrome or not. It's true. They got a little checkbox.
But this is a very entertaining movie for me. It was very entertaining. I love how it came to an end.
I do love Jennifer Gardner has one of the best lines when Dennis Leary's showing off his ring, and she says, "How is it that the ultimate prize in the most macho sport ever invented is a piece of jewelry?" And I thought that was very funny.
The best line that I liked.
However, I debate if this is the most macho sport. I think we all can agree it's curling. I think we all can agree to that.
I think the best line in the movie was when Kevin Costner said right back to the guy from Seattle what he said to him when he was making he goes, "It's a whole different world." This has been 5 minutes later.
5 minutes later, yeah.
I think it's cool how he said it.
I'm asking for so-and-so because I want to, he says at one point. There's no way you can negotiate like that. Here's the reason you don't negotiate like that, by the way. Nobody will ever trade with you again. Nobody.
Right.
You're done. You just shot your wad, pal. You're done. What do we get here? Oh, there's a review of Moneyball. There it is in the chat. I'm not going to give it to everybody. We might end up doing that movie.
You might get it. Yeah. I don't know. Because I don't want to watch it again.
Are you ready for horror movie connections?
Sure. I bet you Kevin Costner's in one.
You figured that out, did you? Well, yes, Thing. Kevin Costner. Hey, you forgot about The Thing once. I love the movie The Thing. I just can't remember it.
Whatever.
Anyway, He was in Mr. Brooks.
Wait, who are we talking about? Which actor are we talking about?
Kevin Costner.
All right.
Mr. Brooks. And a movie called The New Daughter, Shadows Run Black.
What?
He's in a couple other horror movies that are out there. Ivan Reitman, the director, who just passed away, by the way. In fact, I think, if I'm reading his IMDb correctly, this was his last feature film that wasn't like a documentary about the making of Ghostbusters.
Okay.
I think he did a couple of those things, which were probably extras on a DVD, I would think. But his last feature film that went to theaters and stuff, I believe, was this movie.
Do you know the last feature film that he was in?
Ivan Reitman?
Yeah.
The new Ghostbusters that just came out? There's a lot of dead people in there.
I don't know. I remember him in, like, the female Ghostbusters. There's a bust of him. I thought I was going to trick you.
Yeah, I think he might have been in Afterlife, too.
Okay.
He might have been.
Was
They
he in
put
Afterlife
dead
one?
people all over that movie.
Was he in the Afterlife first one? You said Afterlife 2. Was there a
I'm
first
sorry, in Afterlife
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Who fell down the well?
Ivan Reitman.
No, go ahead.
And then they
All
threw
right.
dirt on him.
Back to Ivan.
Ivan Reitman, we talked about, he's involved in Ghostbusters, but he also made a movie that was a different type of Ghostbusters called Evolution. Have you ever seen that one? It's like a monster movie.
Doesn't it have like
version of Ghostbusters?
Like, isn't like the I'm being serious. Isn't the movie poster like a smiley face with like 3 eyes?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't see the movie.
Yeah, it's certainly not Ghostbusters, but I think it's a fun movie.
Okay.
It reminds me a lot of Tremors in some ways, but it isn't quite there. They tried to make David Duchovny Bill Murray, and that didn't work. I think with David Duchovny's good, but he needed a straight man, and they didn't give him a straight man.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work for me.
David Duchovny is the X guy, right? The X-Files?
X-Files,
All right.
yeah. I might throw Evolution at you some week just for fun. Early on, Ivan Reitman was involved in a movie called Cannibal Girls, and that was full-on horror. That was
Really?
a full-on horror movie, yeah. Ivan Reitman actually was very involved with National Lampoon and how that all developed into the National Lampoon movies and stuff. He was involved in the stage productions.
Okay.
And he helped get those put together. Just a little extra info that you get here on this show.
Yeah.
With all the great trivia we do on this show to try to screw over each other. Jennifer Gardner, she does gardens. Gardner. I didn't find much for her, but she was in a horrible movie, Elektra. And she played a ghost in The Ghost of Girlfriends Past. I don't think you can count either of those as horror, though.
Well, one's with Matthew McConaughey, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the other one's a superhero.
Yes. Yes. Chadwick Boseman.
Yep.
Nothing. Couldn't find a damn thing for horror for him.
Good for him.
But he is dead. So you got that. Frank Langella, who plays the team owner.
Who wears sunglasses throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
He does.
He probably has the biggest horror credit of the whole cast.
Really?
Outside of maybe Costner for Mr. Brooks. But I think it's a more iconic one, actually.
Okay.
He played Dracula in 1979's Dracula with the John Williams score. I actually love that frickin' movie. Frank Langella is really good in it. He's young at that point, and he refused. He's famous for refusing to wear the fangs. He would not wear the fangs. And what he loves is a lot of people say, "Oh, I really love the blood on your fangs in the movie." And it's like,
I wear them.
never happened. Never happened.
I can see him being a Dracula though. His face, his stature. I can see that.
And he can be so freaking creepy in that movie. He's just creepy as hell. But he basically redid the role on Broadway, and that's how it came, because it is a version of the play that Bram Stoker wrote, not the book. And that's usually what gets made into the movie versions of Dracula is the play.
Oh, really?
Which does a lot of different things from the book. So that's why when they say Bram Stoker's Dracula, that one's based on the actual book. Oh. Very different in a lot of key ways.
Okay.
For people like me. Frank Langella is also known for being in Netflix's TV series To Follow the House of Usher, based on Edgar Allan Poe story. And he played Skeletor in Masters of the Universe, which, I mean, Skeletor's kind of a scary character, so I'm willing to give him that. But he does have a creepy voice. When he comes in and he's going to yell at Kevin Costner for, these obviously bad business practices, you're like, oh shit, here it comes. Here it comes.
When you say Master of the Universe, now, again, I'm being totally serious. Was there a movie like that, or did he do the voice on the cartoon?
No, he did the movie version.
So there's a live action?
Yeah, and I could do a whole show just telling you what a train wreck that movie became. But there are people that are huge fans. Mike Exler is a huge fan of that movie. But it was made for about $1.29. Gotcha. And the whole studio was rapidly descending into bankruptcy while the movie was being made. Wow. So as the movie went, they're spending money and the budget was going down at the same time. It was like a nightmare. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Patrick St. Espert, that's basically the guy at Seattle Seahawks that gets his ass handed to him. Yeah. He was in the movie Super 8, and he was in the Tremors TV series.
Okay.
So that was kind of neat.
All right.
Now, Tom Welling actually has a pretty big credit.
Which one is he?
He is the quarterback with the crew cut. He's like the good guy quarterback.
Yeah.
Drew Brees or whatever his name is.
No. Yes. The guy who might be on his way
Drew
out.
something.
Yep.
Drew something. Anyway, Tom Welling, he was in the movie The Fog, the remake, not the John Carpenter original, but he was in the remake. And he recently had an extended role on Lucifer, the TV series, which is kind of horror, kind of not. Yeah, it's kind of horror, kind of not. And then, here's a huge one. Who played Kevin Costner's mom? Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead and look it up.
No, I'm not going to look it up. I'll do it without looking up. It's that one woman who played in Grumpy Old Men. No, it's not. It's not Anne Margaret. I don't know who it is. Who is it?
It's Ellen Burstyn.
Oh, I wouldn't have known that.
What she's best known for?
I have no idea.
Is a movie you're going to get next season.
Great.
The Exorcist.
No. No.
She plays the mom in The Exorcist.
No.
That's probably her most famous.
I will never see that movie.
She's done a lot of movies, but that's probably her most famous film.
Nope.
That is our horror movie connections.
Nope.
I know you want to see it so bad.
I will never, ever watch that movie. No.
You want to see it so bad.
You could pay me $1 million and I would not watch that movie.
We're going long.
Yep.
You keep interrupting me. That's why it goes long. Mm-hmm. What do you think I'm going to grade it?
Well, I know what you should grade it. I don't know what you're going to grade it.
Yeah.
You should grade this like it should be a solid 8.
Like that?
Look at that.
I was kind of leaning toward a 7.
What?
But as I was reviewing it, I'm like, no, it's a 7.
It's a solid movie.
It's a 7.
And you know what? For you not being a sports fan,
no, it's an 8. It's an 8.
For you not being a sports fan and you enjoyed it as much as you did,
I did enjoy it. You
can't give it an average score.
I did enjoy it. I'm actually changing it on my sheet too.
I'm actually gonna get a telephone holder like Chadwick Boseman had with that Knuckles.
That was cool. I'll admit that.
We're going to Pittsburgh. I gotta be prepared.
What? You're gonna get on somebody?
I'm gonna be busted heads out there.
You're gonna be busted heads.
That's Savini.
Ted Savini will come after you?
Yeah. He's like all 5'2".
Jesus Christ. Yes. Start a fight with him. Hey, do you know what time of the show it is, Jeff?
No, I don't.
Do you? You don't know?
Oh, yeah, you gave it your grade already.
Wait. Well, first we
Email
tell
us.
everybody to email.
Mail me.
Let's take a look in the thing. Uh-oh.
I see
We
that.
got people. We're being told that my hair is bad. What's going on with my hair? It
No,
looks
my hair is
awesome.
always in place.
Yeah, underneath that hat.
A little bit, it's there.
Hey, you know what time it is? You know, the chat room is not telling us what time it is.
You know, this is going to be hard to beat last week, so I'm curious what you got going
Hey,
on.
Elsner Rapido. Thanks for joining us
Who's
tonight.
that?
That's Elsner Rapido.
Oh, cool. All right, let's go. Yes!
This is your favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike's mom is awesome.
Yeah, let's see this week's incredibly self-serving ad.
Well, thanks for the merch money.
We don't have many t-shirts left, just so you know.
It is getting kind of bare over there.
Speaks for itself. Question mark.
Open it up, mosquito style.
Nice.
That's right, and we're going to be with all of our great merch out at Horror Realm, which is this button. There we go.
We're going to have these two.
Yeah, oh yeah, we got koozies. A schmoozy koozie. And that's
you,
all
Caitlin.
coming. What?
Thank you, Caitlin. Caitlin put that together.
Oh, that's right.
Caitlin Kelnick.
Yeah, she does a great job on those.
Yep. All right.
And I couldn't wear the shirt this week because I want it nice and clean.
You're saving it, huh?
For the trip. We're going March 4th through the 6th. That means next week we won't have a show here.
Jeez.
And both of us have work to do at it.
Yeah.
We both have work to do
Yep.
because we are going to be hosts of 3 separate panels at Horror Realm. And the schedule of events is now out at their website at horrorrealmcon.com. Just look for where's the coolest guys. If you yell that into your echo machine, it'll say, oh, the coolest guys right now are doing panels at Horror Realm.
Right. Mine's going to be with Christina Klebe. Klebe? She,
you better learn that.
I will. She's in the modern Halloween movie that Rob Zombie put together. Also the most recent Hellboy.
Yeah.
She was in some movie with Witching of Halloween or Halloween Tonight or something like that. I don't know.
Tales of Halloween.
There you go, Tales of Halloween. She's in a small part in that. I have a lot to talk about that. I'm glad you had me just watch that part. She's also the Echo device in the new Home Alone movie that's on
with the
Disney.
British kid. Home Alone 2.0 or
Yeah, it should be
whatever.
interesting. I'm actually really looking forward to this. I got things planned. I got a couple surprises for her. So it should be good. It should be good.
I'm worried every time you say you got a couple surprises.
No, you
lined
gotta
up
tell
for
who
her.
you're gonna interview.
I'm gonna be interview.
There you go.
I'm gonna be interviewing David Naughton, who is. Wait, it goes more like this. I'll be a pepper. David Naughton, the star of American Werewolf in London. And I'm going to be interviewing some of the remaining cast of Fright Night from the 1980s. We're talking about William Ragsdale, Amanda Beers, Stephen Jeffries, and Jonathan Stark. And, getting ready for this, I watched a 2-hour retrospective on Married with Children.
Nice.
2 hours I sat
How would you do
and
that?
watched that.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and it was about all the behind the scenes and really didn't have many questions for Amanda. I kind of already knew the things they had in there, but it was interesting. This is what YouTube's for, is for you to just throw time down the sink.
Don't even get me started. You go down a rabbit hole and
Yeah,
you start
it never
up
ends.
here and you're like
Right.
in China by the time you're done.
Well, let's hope you're not there. You'd get sick. Okay, Jeff, it's time. It's true.
You would.
If you want to call Jeff up, don't use the phone. Use your email at jeff@otherworldlyculture.com.
I think I want to put my phone number out there.
I don't think you do.
We'll see.
And, okay. And Jeff is going to be reviewing the awesome film that his friend Tim picked for him. I'm stretching as much as I can for you. Mr. Brooks.
Okay, so Mr. Brooks. Now, I have seen this movie before. So I saw
because it's awesome.
I did. I really did. I mean, I did see this movie before.
Hold on. This annoys Jeff when I put my shoulder into a shot.
I don't care. It doesn't bother me none.
Well, here. Now you can see my shoulder.
Well, I want to see the clips. I don't care about your shoulder.
Yeah, but I know this annoys you.
Because it just feels like we have two green screens going. So anyway, actually, I'm not really here. I'm at my house.
Yes.
On the other side of town. All right. So this
way over on the other side, the trendy side of Muskego is where he lives.
You can get in there. That's fine. So anyways, so a couple quick things. So this is a really good movie. Now we'll go up and down about this, and we're not going to go down this too much because Tim will just annihilate me with this. But
what?
I don't see this as a horror movie. This for me is a thriller.
This is a stretch that I made so that we could have Kevin Costner week.
Okay, no, that's fine.
And I do like this movie quite a bit.
I do too.
I think you're right. It's mostly a thriller, but keep in mind, this guy is a serial killer, right, and he owns his own cemetery. So he's got a body count. But most thrillers, they're not killing like dozens of people, and that's definitely hinted at.
But for me, a horror movie is I don't know who the killer is. And if I do know who the killer is, I feel anxious because I can't get out of the scene and I can't get away from him. On this, I don't feel like he would be a threat to me. But when I would watch a movie, which I haven't watched, but I know like Halloween, that still scares the crap out of me because that could be somebody lurking around my neighborhood. He's not. He's going to find somebody, figure it all out, and do it mathematically and all that. But okay, so back to the movie. So Mr. Brooks, that's Kevin Costner's character.
Wait.
Hold on. No, wait. So Mr. Brooks, Mr. Earl Brooks.
I got one.
They open this up with him being given Man of the Year in Seattle, I think it is, or no, Portland, Oregon. So in Portland, so he's like the Man of the Year for this city and all that. And his wife is so beautiful. I have such a thing for Marge Helgenberger.
Marg Helgenberger.
And if I would have known how to say her name, I would have put her in the open because I think she's awesome. That's
she's
the reason
gorgeous.
That's the only reason I watch CSI when I watch it. I mean, she is fantastic. But anyways,
they got a very attractive cast. You got Marg Helgenberger, you got Demi Moore,
and then you have you have Danielle Panabaker as the dog.
Yes, Danielle Panabaker, she's pretty young still in this,
but she's beautiful.
But she is on The Flash on CW these days and gorgeous.
I don't know about that. Okay, so anyways, back to this movie here. So Kevin Costner gets Man of the Year. So you're like, this guy's great. You really, if you didn't watch any kind of previews or anything, you don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, he's like, hey, I got to go. Wait, how far can I take this? Can I spoil this or no?
I don't think so.
Okay,
this is one I think a lot of people should still discover.
It's good for me because then I know how I can mathematically spin my web. All right, so
he is playing to the mathletes in the chat room.
So here we go. So anyways, so he's like Man of the Year, whatever, but he's got this problem, and his problem is Marshall, his alter ego, and it's really cool because William Hurt does a great job as Marshall and as his alter ego. So Kevin Costner's a great guy, but his Mr. Hyde to his Dr. Jekyll. He's always in his head saying, hey, you got to kill somebody, you got to do this, got to do that. Because Kevin Costner actually feeds off this. So he's going to want to kill somebody. He hasn't done it for 2 years, but he wants to kill again.
Yeah, you know what I like with that character is they don't play the game where, is he a real person? Right. From the very beginning, this is like his split personality talking to him or something.
Exactly. Yeah. So, Kevin, I'm not spoiling anything here. Kevin Costner, or Mr. Brooks rather, he does kill somebody in the beginning of the movie.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that.
He does have a problem. That guy.
He does because after he does it, you can just tell it's like a release. It's just like a release.
Oh, he's orgasmic, baby.
Yes, he is.
He is really having a good time.
He goes as far as after. Yeah. But the thing I don't get is he had those pictures developed. How do you get those pictures developed? Those were not Polaroids. How do you get those pictures developed the same night?
I think it's funny that you say that because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like,
yes.
Where did these and
why didn't he make them Polaroids? I would have believed it.
And this was, I think, right on the cusp of digital photography when this movie was made. Somewhere in there. But he had prints that he was burning.
Like paper prints.
And I'm like, where'd he go? Photo map?
Yes. Yeah. And they're not developing
because he didn't have, otherwise you would see that he had a dark room also in there with his pottery studio.
His crematorium.
Don't get me started on the pottery studio.
So he goes in there. He goes to the point where he burns all the stuff that he had on. He's very.
Hold on, we got a mathematician telling us there's plenty of 24-hour photo places back then.
Who's printing pictures of dead people?
You don't send that
naked dead people.
For one, somebody's going to keep that one.
Right, because they could probably have a killer in front of them.
You know, it was digital photography because douchebag Cook.
Oh, Dane Cook. Yeah, let me get into him too.
Yeah.
So, let me just get a little bit more into Brooks's character.
Yes.
So he's very meticulous. He wears this. He has a whole closet full of the same clothes. After he gets done, I mean, he actually comes home, vacuums out his car. I don't even vacuum out my Jeep. Vacuums out his car.
Jeep.
Yeah. Puts on slippers on a piece of plastic. He's very meticulous. He burns everything. He's there naked, crying. It's like this. To kill these people is just like, you can tell it's a sickness for him.
By the way, do you find it funny also that he put the plastic bag over his hand with the gun in there?
No.
I think that's hysterical because he doesn't want any of the particulate to get out, right? Well, then wrap up the gun completely.
How does it eject the shell? I'm not being smart. I'm just saying.
No, you just have it in a bag.
Oh.
And you pull the trigger through the plastic bag. It's not that hard to do.
Because if you think about it,
because he's going to get all that shit all over his hands. He doesn't seem like the type that would like to have gunpowder residue.
I didn't think of that. I think they were just trying to be clever. Yeah, but
it's cool visual.
Cool. Yes,
it's a cool visual.
That he went to that degree. Now, Now the thing of it is, so he does this. So it turns out he kind of goofed up, and the windows were open, and that brings in Dane
That's more than a little goof up.
It was
by
a big
the way,
goof up.
this guy he has a special device for opening the chain on doors so that he can defeat those, but he forgets to draw the shades.
Well, see, because of that movie is why when I stay in hotel rooms, I put a chair by my door so that if they do open it up, I'm going to hear them.
So now everybody knows if you want to find Jeff, just go to the room that has a chair by the door.
No, on the inside.
Jeff is the only one that has ever thought of this security measure.
Well, these people obviously didn't.
He is unique among all people.
These people obviously didn't. They just left the chain open for anybody to take open. But anyways, so Dane Cook's a dirtbag, and in this movie he plays his character.
Kidding.
He plays his perfect part. I mean,
I don't think he was playing the part.
No,
I think this is who he is.
Yep. But the thing of it is it's just because it's so.
He's such a scumball. I just don't like the guy.
He
never did.
I mean, he doesn't even really act. I don't feel like he's even acting. It's just like he's just kind of a dirtbag type guy. He takes pictures,
which makes him perfect for this.
It does. He just looks the grimy part, but he confronts Brooks with this, and he's like, "Hey, I know, but he wants to kill somebody." Okay. So obviously, Marshall, his split personality, is happy about this because they're not going to the police. And the police is Demi Moore. Demi Moore, there's so many things going on in this movie. Demi Moore.
My God. Thank you.
She's going through a divorce. And then a guy that she threw away in jail is out. So he's hunting her down. Her ex-husband's trying to negotiate a ton of money for her. Blackmail her.
Yeah.
And yet she's trying to go after the thumbprint killer. There's a lot of different spokes, and it's something how they bring everything together.
You know what's funny, though?
Yeah.
I hadn't watched the movie probably 6-7 years. I had full on forgotten that Demi Moore was in it.
You know what, Tim?
I forgot it.
I did too. Until they showed her, I'm like, cool.
And I saw her and I'm like,
yeah.
Damn, was she good looking at that point in her career. This was, for those of you that are wondering, when was Demi Moore the most gorgeous of her entire career?
Probably this.
Right about this time.
Yeah. She was good in that Michael Douglas movie too. What was that? Where she sexually assaults him.
Yeah, and
Achilles
like
heel.
she's his boss or
Yeah.
something.
She's good there, too.
Seduction or something like that.
But
Internet, help us.
yeah, with an exclamation mark. Anyways, so Dane Cook wants to kill somebody, but he's kind of a goofball, and Kevin Costner's just playing him.
Yeah.
But we got to remember, his daughter comes home. There's so much going on.
Yes.
His daughter comes home from college and says that she's pregnant. I can say that, but he knows that there's something else going on, and that something else he helps her with.
No, he doesn't know. Marshall knows.
Well, but
Marshall sees through everything.
Well, Marshall's
awesome.
Marshall's is. You know, William Hurt took this part because there's a scene where they have to go to addicts anonymous. That's why I did it, because he thought that was so clever. That's the only reason he took this part.
Wow. Hey, you know what's interesting is William Hurt, early on in his career, he was the pretty boy.
Yeah.
Right?
Broadcast news.
And what is it? The Big Sleep? What the hell was it?
The Big Chill.
The Big Chill. Was it Big Chill?
Yeah.
Great Chill. You know, Kevin Costner was actually cut out of that movie.
Well, he was in
Big
it from
Chill.
the very beginning.
No, Kevin Costner was not in it.
His wrists were.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay,
his wrists were, but he was cut out. But anyway, that's how he got the role in Silverado, actually.
I know that.
But anyway.
Oh, touche.
Yes. But he was like the pretty boy, and as of late, like this movie and moving on, he's been playing real creepy little characters. Okay, this one, and in particular for people that have Amazon Prime, there's a TV series called Goliath. And he plays like this evil lawyer guy that's just always in the dark. And he just kind of spins these webs. He's just an evil bastard.
How is he in Yellowstone? Is he evil in there?
That's Kevin Costner.
Oh, who are you
talking about William Hurt.
Oh. Well, we were talking about Kevin Costner barely being in The Big Chill.
I'm sorry, I used his name.
Thank you.
That made it difficult for you to follow.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No. I was thinking about
but William Hurt, he's been playing a lot of creepy types.
Yeah.
And he's really freaking good at it. And you wouldn't have known that if you remembered his early years.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like seeing Mickey Rourke these days. It's like,
well, yeah,
totally
Mickey
different
Rourke.
dude. Totally, he was a heartthrob at one point. You just sit there and go, what the hell?
Yeah, but then he got some plastic surgery. Now he looks like an alien.
Well, he also got hit by people that apparently had fists that were like bricks.
What are you talking about?
Mickey Rourke.
He was a boxer?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why he had to get the plastic surgery. His melon was crushed.
So here's the.
He wasn't a very good boxer. He blocked with his face.
Here's a quick wrap up on this movie right here.
Disclosure, by the way, is the name of the movie we're trying to get her.
There we go. Good job there, Mathlete.
Thank you, Internet.
Mathlete.
No, we're just going to call him Internet because
Okay.
I know he didn't come up with it on his own.
So here's the deal.
Yes.
So this movie has all these 3 different spokes going out, 4, 5.
Oh, it's got to be like 7 subplots.
It all comes together, which is put together very, very, very well. When Kevin Costner helps out his daughter, I think that chain of events from when he helps her out to when he comes back home is really cool. And you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to talk about that.
Right.
There are, for the person who sees this for the first time, there are a couple jumps in there. And I'm not I don't want to lead into those because that one jump is amazing.
Yeah.
There's a couple jumps in there, and but again, to me, and Tim says a little bit, but it's more of a thriller, so it's not like it's not like a slasher or anything like that. So
no, I think
you
you should sit down with the kids and watch this one. What are you going to score it?
I'm not going to sit down with the kids.
Yes,
not with those
obviously.
scenes in there. No.
Yes, absolutely.
No.
Did Tango watch it with you?
Yes.
How old's Tango?
2.
There you go.
Well,
all right.
14.
So, okay, still. 14-year-old. Okay, sit down with your 14-year-old to watch Mr. Brooks.
No, because there's nudity in there and there's killing. So
yeah,
don't
unfortunately, it isn't Demi. But okay, so what are you grading it?
Demi's fake. What am I gonna grade this? I gotta be really honest with you here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give it an 8 also.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
8. I give it a solid 8. It's a solid movie.
It is solid.
It's a solid movie, but it's
well
not a
written.
horror movie. So if we're going with horror movies, I'm just gonna give it an 8.
Okay. All right. I gotta press a button there. Okay, so that's good times. And now the next thing we do is our trivia.
Really?
And that is everybody's favorite. It's trivia time. So in trivia, what we do is we read out 3 statements. And our partner tries to figure out which one is not true. 2 of the statements will be true. One of them will not. Jeff decided to not go on camera. What are you doing? You moved again. You moved.
I don't know.
What do you think is going on?
When you do this, the camera moves because I'm not in the same spot. Something happens, Tim.
Really? All right.
Yeah,
That's something I'm going to have to look at.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at that. Right? I'm not going to fix it. I said I'm going to look at it.
All right, who's going first?
You're going first. You're serving. No, you're serving.
All right. I guarantee you this week.
Hold on. I want to check that I got this working. Okay, I'm ready for you now. I'm just checking.
So here's the deal. I guarantee you that there's going to be one wrong answer.
Okay, hold on. Jeff likes to look at chat while this is going on. I'm turning that away. There we go.
All right, here we go. Are you ready?
So the chat room, you guys can play along.
All right, here we go.
Okay, 3 questions about draft day. Shoot.
Chadwick Boseman, who played Vontae Mack, played a linebacker position in college at the University of Tennessee, and ironically was never drafted. That's why he went into acting.
Well, that's interesting. That could be.
Draft Day was nominated for just 1 film award, the most egregious age difference between a leading man and his love interest.
That sounds like something that the Raspberry Awards would do. Okay, what else? That's 1 and 2, Chadwick Boseman, and egregious age difference.
John Gruden, former head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, who made a cameo in the 2014 movie, referred to Draft Day, the movie, during the actual 2014 NFL Draft.
Okay, I do have a question.
Yep.
You wouldn't do something like the false part B Las Vegas Raiders.
No. I just have to give you a frame of who he is.
No, I'm just asking because if it's something that I'm not going to get it.
No, I wouldn't do that. Come on.
Okay. Boseman looks like he could be an athlete, so that one seems pretty real. There is an egregious age difference, but I think most people would give Kevin Costner a pass because Jennifer Garner's really freaking cute.
She is.
Yeah. And then the third one was that it was referenced in Draft Day. I do know they recorded a good part of the film during that 2014 draft.
Okay.
I know that they did.
But the movie already came out.
Oh, okay.
And then the draft happened, and John Gruden said during the draft that he mentions Draft Day. So there's no tie between.
I'm going to say it's the egregious age difference, even though that sounds like something the Raspberry Awards would do.
So you think that's the false one?
I think number 2 is the false one.
You are incorrect.
Oh!
Let me explain these just so you know.
All right.
So the John Gruden was obviously true. The draft. So this egregious age difference between leading man and love interest. Kevin Costner was born in 1955. She was born in 1972. It lost to Magic in the Moonlight, where Colin Firth was born in 1960 and Emma Stone was born in 1988. So it's an actual award.
Wow.
And then Chadwick Boseman never played football.
He never played football.
Not in college. Not for Tennessee.
He looks like an athlete, though. The guy looks like an athlete.
And he also played Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
He also played Black Panther.
I don't feel bad about getting that one wrong.
You should.
Here we go.
You suck.
Okay. Here we go.
I have a chance to get
Here we go.
Back.
First one.
Yep.
Podcaster Joe Rogan, who's been in the news a lot lately. Podcaster Joe Rogan has accused Dane Cook of plagiarism in his comedy act.
Okay.
Letter B. Letter B. Letter B. Director Bruce Evans. Stop it.
What am I doing?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Director Bruce Evans met his wife Joan Cusack on the set of Stand By Me, which he wrote the screenplay for. Joan is the sister of John Cusack, who played Will Wheaton's older brother in the film. But Bruce Evans is the director of Mr. Brooks.
Wait.
Letter C.
John Cusack, who played Will Wheaton's older brother in what film?
In Stand By Me.
Okay.
The movie Stand By Me?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah. That was directed by Carl Reiner. He only wrote the screenplay for that. Marg Helgenberger was in a TV movie in the early 80s called Murder Live, where she is a talk show host that is threatened to be killed on the air.
God. Well, I know A is true because I've heard that before. I heard of Dane Cook.
Dane Cook is a
He's been accused of plagiarizing a lot, so I'm sure Joe Rogan.
I'm sure Joe Rogan was the one that accused him.
But the next two, see, here's the deal. I know the players in Stand By Me, was of John Cusack, who played Will Wheaton's older brother. See, you have a clever way of tying these things together. I know that Joan is the sister of John Cusack. I know that.
Okay.
But where the trick comes in is...
I'm trying to help you.
Who played Will... You don't have to help me.
I'm trying to help.
Who played Will Wheaton.
I'm a helper.
But Will Wheaton, he wasn't even old enough to be in that movie. So, that... And then... Marg Helberg.
Will Wheaton was the star of Stand By Me. What are you talking about? Do you know who Will Wheaton is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. He's on Big Bang Theory.
That was the part I thought was everybody knew.
Marg Helgenberger was in a TV movie. See, now this sounds like the movie that Clint Eastwood was in. Remember?
Play Misty for me?
See,
that was his directorial debut.
I know. I think you're pulling off of that. Where she talks, show talks.
I am a clever bastard.
You know which one's false, though?
Which one?
B.
B is false.
Yep.
That's your final answer?
Yep.
Good job.
That's what I'm talking about. Will Wheaton was not even in that movie. I know the 4 players in that movie.
Okay. That you're wrong about. Will Wheaton was in that movie.
Where? He wasn't one of those 4 kids?
Yes, he was.
No.
He was younger then.
Well, okay.
People age over time.
So you got
We've
River
had
Phoenix,
this discussion.
You got River Phoenix. You have the kid with the glasses. That's one of the
Corey Feldman.
One of the Hamans. You got the guy that was in
Hamans.
Yeah, you got one. You got the guy that was in Tomcats, the main character in Tomcats. That one dude. You know what I'm talking about? The dude, the kid's fat there.
Oh, that's Jason Connolly.
Yep. So Will Wheaton is that 4th kid?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes. You got the right answer for the wrong reasons once again. Jeff, it's amazing to me.
Wow, that amazes me. Holy cow.
Hey, you amaze me every week. So here's our scoreboard.
Wait, why is it wrong though?
What?
Because he never met his wife there? Why is that answer
false? He doesn't know who Joan Cusack is.
Oh, that's a sucky question.
Yeah.
I love
He doesn't know Joan Cusack at all. But
wow.
I thought that he wrote that the same guy wrote Stand By Me and wrote Mr. Brooks and directed it boggled my mind.
Yeah. Okay.
And John Cusack I bring up very often because he also is one of those guys that's done horror movies and sports movies.
Yeah.
We will probably have a John Cusack week on the show, like our delightful Kevin Costner show.
8 minutes.
Okay, yep.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm going to have to look up Stand By Me now.
Okay.
No, but I'll do that after the show.
You can do that after the show.
But before we cancel everybody out, make sure. Oh, what are you going to tell them?
Well, we got to tell them the preview for next week, too. So
2 weeks.
Calm down.
2 weeks.
Calm down.
Back in 2 weeks.
Calm down in 2 weeks, because it was Tuesday on Tuesday.
My sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Jenny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
2/2/2/2/2. She was all excited. She was all excited that it was all the 2s.
Oh, it was actually on Tuesday. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, so Jeff jumps ahead with 5 points this week. So it's tightened up quite a bit, but we're in the 5th inning.
I'll get up
and
there.
I know my movies are good, and I have some real questions about some of them that Jeff has.
I don't even know what the next movie is.
Well, that's why we have the preview part of the show, and I have to hit that one.
But they got to wait 2 weeks. That's going to be tough.
They got to wait 2 weeks, which is going to be very difficult on all of them.
Another double dip. Look at that.
What do you mean, double dip? Oh, yeah, George Clooney.
Yep.
We do have George Clooney, so it'll be George Clooney week. Coming up You know, actually, we'll just take care of that right now. I do this, and we'll just type that in. George Clooney week. See, now it's official. Do you like that now?
I do.
Okay, so...
Oh, go ahead.
Well, tell me a little bit about Leatherheads. I don't know much about this one.
Neither do I. No, it's another football movie for Tim, but this is like 1920s football. It's kind of cool. It's like, this is back in the days of Curly Lambeau, George Hallis. These are some football... Curly Lambeau?
Wait, was he the third stooge? No.
That was Shell. Okay. Anyways, it's about this ragtag team of football players.
Ragtag.
And you know the guy that plays in The Office, Jim?
Yeah, Jim Karasinski or something?
Yep. So he's on the far right on this picture. He's actually a big college star, and they bring him onto this team to like boost this team up. It's an interesting movie. I think Renee Zellweger's in this too.
Yes, and I hear she puts out.
It's a good movie. Enjoy.
That's what I hear. And I am giving you From Dusk Till Dawn because literally Jeff has been begging for a movie with hot chicks in it.
I'm only watching this for Salma Hayek.
Yes.
I'm going to watch that.
He's well aware of Salma Hayek's, let's call it, appearance in the show.
That dance, that song, oh my God.
Yeah, it is one of the sexiest scenes. And Jeff has no idea what he's in for. I'm enjoying this entirely.
I'll be 100% honest with you. I've only seen that scene. That's all I know of this movie is that one scene. That's it. And now that, wait, can I just say one more thing?
In 2 weeks, everybody, March 10th, come back. It's going to be a ride.
Wait, just 1 second. Let me ask this, okay? So I have the IMDb.
Wait a minute. I'll wait.
I have the IMDb.
And I'll hold on.
I have the IMDb up, right?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino, did he write this or anything? He's got anything to do with that? No. He just
Quentin Tarantino is very good friends with the director of this film, Robert Rodriguez, who just came off of, he did the Book of Boba Fett. He did a bunch of those episodes. So he acted in this movie only as a favor. There are some people that believe he may have been involved in the script. I can't remember on this one if it's official that he was part of the script or not. But Quentin Tarantino did a lot of script doctoring back in the day.
I almost said something dumb, and now that I looked at it, I'm not going to say it. So we'll just move on.
Okay. Well, that's always good. Now, scroll down a little bit on that top cast. Do you know who else is coming?
Yep, Cheech. This dude right here, I know him.
Danny Trejo, and then look a little further.
No! Get the hell out of here! Tom Savini as Sex Machine. What the hell?
All right, now, is it Tom or is it Ted?
It's going to be Tom this time. When I see him and when we talk at Horror Realm, I'm going to bring this up and be like, I'm going to watch one of your movies this week coming up. Get out of here!
He'll be impressed.
Tom Savini. Why is this picture of you in black and white? That's so dumb.
Because he's like 85 years old. There's no color photos of him.
Does he have
I'm kidding.
Does he have a big role in this?
He actually has a pretty good sized role.
Oh.
He might have.
Get the hell out of here!
He might have the funniest part in the movie.
Tom Savini.
I gotta think about that.
No, Kelly Preston's in this too.
Wow.
Wait a second.
There's like really cool people in the movie.
And Juliette Lewis, she's screwed up. But Salma Hayek, yes.
Oh, we're gonna have a good time with that one.
I think when she did.
I think your wife should chaperone you when you watch this movie.
Juliette Lewis, she was in, what was that, Killers or California Killers or Natural Born Killers?
Natural Born Killer. Yeah, I believe that was
Harrelson.
her.
Come on,
I believe that was her.
Yeah, it was her. Who do you think it would have been? Is either her or Pam Anderson? I don't know.
No, it wasn't Pam.
Anyways,
because a lot of people say, now was it Juliette Lewis or was it Pamela Anderson? They look like sisters.
Anyways, I have Dusk Till Dawn. I guess I'm looking forward to this. I want to see a lot of Selma, but that's about it.
You're going to see a lot of Selma.
Selma and Savini. It's a double S night.
But you're going to see a lot of everything in that movie.
That's what I'm hoping for.
That movie, Let me put it this way. A lot of horror lately feels like it should be PG-13.
Yeah.
That movie is hard R. That's a hard R movie.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's hard R. There's a lot of everything happens in that movie.
I'm not so excited anymore.
It's a hard
Is this going to be like, what was that one that I saw with all the bear traps in it? The Collector?
No.
Oh, then I'm good.
This is more
Slasher?
It's a lighter tone.
Okay.
Jeff. It's a lighter tone.
Selma. That's a young Selma.
It's a fun movie. I'm looking forward to seeing again. I haven't watched it in a while.
She's going to be in her 20s in there. It's going to be young Selma. Maybe 30s.
Much like Demi in this week. This was peak Selma.
Yeah.
This was peak.
I might watch it tonight when I get home.
Even though I just saw that, what was it, the Hitman's Assassin's Wife or something? She's still cute.
She's got a potty mouth in there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not going to talk about her mouth right now.
Okay.
You can watch it later. And when you come back, when you park the Jeep, you can start watching that film.
See, people are starting to put an exclamation mark. See, they're getting...
in front of things.
That's dumb.
Well,
maybe not, because if that was maybe like...
Why are you picking on my brother?
No, Trogdor, that's a good idea, because preview, I want it now. Yep, I get it.
Here,
but when you put down title,
you know what? I'm going to type very quickly, because you know I can.
Yeah.
I'm going to type in...
Should I do the sound effect for it?
Here we go. Boop. There's everything that we're going to talk about next time.
Okay. All right, great. Anyways, don't forget...
You don't seem to be digging it, buddy.
I'm not, because it's just... What did you do? You just... Whatever.
Anyways. See, it says From Dusk Till Dawn, and then they can click on our little link and pay us money.
Oh, you don't have to pay us any money. We do this for the... just because we like to. Because we're going to look at Selma Hayek next week in 2 weeks. But here's the deal.
She's coming over to the house.
Wouldn't that be cool if we actually had her on the show when we were doing the show?
We might get Tom Savini.
We will. In 2 weeks, we will have Tom Savini on this show. Consider it done. Consider it done. And Tim, when I do that, then I automatically win this.
You know what? I will concede the title.
All right.
If you get Tom Savini on the show.
Does he have to be on?
That's on tape.
Chat?
We need to be able to confirm it's actually Tom Savini.
All right.
Not your sister being told trivia about Tom Savini, because you are a crafty little bastard.
Tom Savini.
I will need to have that confirmed that it's him.
All right.
He will, if he's in chat, he'll have to send a saliva sample or something.
We're gonna get our picture taken with him too out there. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a totem pole. We're gonna do a totem pole picture because he's short. So we're gonna have him, and then we're gonna have my head on top of his, and your head's gonna be on top of that one. We're gonna do a totem pole. We're doing a totem pole. That's what we're doing. We're doing a totem pole.
I'm being told that he'll be under the username Ted.
Exactly. See. Anyways, we'll be out. Don't forget, we're going to be at Horror Realm next week. So then in 2 weeks, we're going to have another show.
That's how it goes.
Yep.
That's how it goes. So the live show will be us doing some interviews out there. It's going to be pretty awesome. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. It's time to close the crypt and call the game. We're only a little bit over time this week. Thank you all. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and remember to share and subscribe to our show and feed. You can find the show at otherworldlyculture.com and follow the show on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Pandora, iHeart, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and other fine places you find podcasts. Did it really move again?
I did. Yeah, it did. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you moved that. Asshole. All right. So remember,
the show without swearing. Now, throw it at the end.
I didn't swear.
Okay.
That was an actual medical condition I was explaining of yours.
Oh, I saw a TikTok that I can't unsee. I'll tell you about it later.
Thank you. Remember, everybody, if it's sports, you call it a home run. If it's horror, you run home. We're Dead on the Bases, and we'll see you next time.
TheSexMachine.com. You know he's going to be on.
Hold on, I want to check sexmachine.com. Let's take a look at this.
Do that on your computer.
Oh my God! There's windows all over now and pop-up ads.
Yes.
Woohoo!
And the scary thing is it's naked Tom Savini.
I don't think so.
Could you imagine if you went to that? It's all like naked pictures of Tom.
Why do you even think such things? What is wrong with you?
That'd be freaking hilarious.
What is wrong with you?
Look at this name, Santanico.
Santanico